Hey everyone, welcome back to the MatMadik cast channel. Whoa, my camera's all on a wonky frame today. Let me just try and straighten it up. Whatever. Anyway, people, let's just jump right into the next reaction. I just got a comment on my last Tom McDonald's video where he apparently said, I'm more important than Christ. I don't know. Just in case I don't get a comment reply back to what I just replied in that last video, check out the comment for the fighter reaction I did, and either give me a link to what the person was talking about or set me straight or something. But that being said, we're talking about Burden now, aren't we? We do with Tom McDonald another time. All right, Burden, looking for myself. I haven't checked out Burden in a minute. I guess these artists, they love to try and let people know that they're not always talking about politics. Ever since his FBIDE, I'm trying to avoid that. Burden, no man, I've reacted to two of your videos. One of the first ones that I got viral views with on this channel, reacting to Riot for Me. I think that was blocked. It may still be there, hopefully. But when I react to Burden videos, boy, Burden gets me talking, man, about my conservative values and so on. And YouTube don't seem to like that, and I just keep getting strikes. I keep singing my own sob story here about whatever. I don't really sob over it, but after getting my 6th 2-week strike done with, I just thought I'm gonna have to just play with the algorithm here and just duck and dive before I just speak frankly. As we learned with the system lately, with regards to the Speaker of the House and all that, yeah, you can't just go for things bullishly and go directly and say it's got to be my way. I got to say things and not be afraid to, that's not how the world works. There are powers that be that would just try and crush you. If you try and do that, you have to bob and weave. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so today we're doing something apolitical. Looking for myself, I imagine. Unless he is going to bring it into politics, which I'd appreciate. But in any case, I'm going to keep my comments apolitical as much as possible, or at least diplomatic as possible, and algo friendly. So without further ado, Burden, looking for myself. I take it this is a journey of self-discovery that we can all learn something from. Let's check it out. Countryish, nice.
Look, I made it out and it was all grind. I ain't been back to my neighborhood in a long time. I don't feel bad about it, tell me, am I wrong or right? Cause the streets never gave me nothing but a harder life. Yeah, I dropped out, got my GED in prison. Hasn't been one single time that I've needed it, I should mention. Even though I'm not around, I can still feel the tension. They calling me a star, but I don't even like attention. I don't mean to be offensive, but most of the time I'd rather be alone. I'm getting out of this town and turning off my phone. I feel like nobody miss you until you really gone. Until you really gone.
Nice. Oh my god. That was nice. What is it with pick me up songs these days? Yesterday was Tom McDonald's Fighter Pick Me Up, and this one picked me up too, man. Nice good old country music, you know what I'm saying? Alright, man, that was nice. He got his GED in prison. I didn't even know about his going to prison story. I mean, I might as well start digging into his backstory. Some of you in the comments, provided this video gets, a reasonable amount of engagement. If none at all, then oh well. I'm glad to have checked it out. But some of you out there may be inclined to fill me in his backstory. This guy went to prison. I don't know what his situation is, but this is quite a detoxing, self-reflecting piece that I think we can all learn something from. This is great. Turning off the phone, yeah, leaving town. That's luxury we're not all afforded at. But I'm glad you get the chance to do that. I'm glad my wife is quite an outdoorsy, naturey person, without which, boy, I'd probably be a proper computer addict. But I don't need to use my computer every day. One day I lost access to, I couldn't use my laptop back when I was in the UK. In fact, for at least for 3 days, if not the whole week, because something happened to it, and I was so down. I felt myself, my God, is this computer addiction I'm dealing with, or is it just some project that I really wanted to get done, but I couldn't do anything to help myself in that situation? And I was living with my folks, and my money was tight, money was short, like Kanye would say, Sean Paul's goatee hair, and yeah, I just had to stay in the house and be quite cramped, and that was pretty downing. That's quite the downer, because my identity was so tied into my digital identity. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to listen to songs like this where you can just enjoy some good old, you know, natural values. I'd say country. Yeah, I mean, country music is a good way to get in touch with nature. It's very interesting. I mean, yeah. I'm putting rap form, burden, complete your whole package, man. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this song is something that is supposed to pick all of us up, or this is just Burden giving himself a congratulatory pat on the back? I don't know. Let's hear it.
Looking for myself at the bottom of an empty bottle.
Oh dear.
I've been looking for myself. You know I'll be here again tomorrow. Wish these old bar stools and faded bar tops could tell you the stories that they've heard. Yeah, these old tattoos and faded scars all got some kind of story that they serve. And I'm just trying to get a better hold of my life. Why does everything that's wrong for me always feel right? I'm just trying to get a better hold of my life. Why does everything that's wrong for me always feel right?
Alright, bars. Here we go. Bars are coming. He's very much a, what's that dude's name? Upchurch kind of dude with the rapping and the country dipping in and out. It's a very refreshing style of music that he brings up. And yeah, like I was saying yesterday with the Fighter song, until you've at least come into contact with the impact of issues that they bring up in their songs, like substance abuse and so on, whether it be alcohol, which of course is a drug, too, the songs may not hit home to you. I've never tried to look myself in the bottom of a bottle or anything. You know, although I've enjoyed a drink here and there, but generally I don't drink. Yeah, it's one of those songs that may reach certain people more than others, maybe, but I think this song's got something for everyone. Let me know what you think. Let's hear the bars.
It's hard to understand to me. Don't do holidays with no family. Childhood full of hungry nights, handcuffs and piss tests randomly. Hard times made a man of me. I was out the house before I could drive. I was selling weed, jumping couch to couch, doing everything I could to survive. I had a dream that I sang a song and it started playing on radio stations. Dying to live, living to die, praying for change in my situation. I remember Urban County Jail. I was tripping about all the time I was facing. I got some friends no longer alive from doing a line and somebody laced it. We live in a cold place. Everybody struggling where I was raised. We stuck in our ways. People that really do anything just to get paid. Damn. Got me praying for my people, Lord. Can you watch over and protect us from all evil, Lord? I've been looking for myself.
Wow, that's some buzz. Beautiful, man, beautiful. This is my favorite kind of rap. Seriously, this conservative rap, if you will. It doesn't have to be. I mean, country. I love that. I actually love country music now. That's what I say is, but thanks to Upchurch and Burden, they've got me into country music. The values that they espouse when they are singing, I'm like, I rock with that, man. I really rock with that rock. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some country songs I really enjoyed before, but I suppose, but I didn't really listen to it. But now I'm a fan. It's really great. It's really great when you get crossover artists like Burden, just bringing different people into it. There's a Japanese, there was a Japanese enka singer. It's an old school blues. Well, it's a Japanese take on the blues, if you will. An old genre in Japan called enka. There's a singer in Japan called Jero, Jero, and he took Japan by storm by cross-blending hip-hop and the Japanese blues. It was very interesting, and I studied his music quite a bit, and I just started to learn a few of his routines and had to go over it in karaoke, and it was like, this is so cool, man. He got me into enka. Crossover artists help to bridge the gaps in disparate cultures. And this is what makes these people so great. Kudos, Burden, man. I mean, of course, you have to take on the burden of continuing to bring out the music and so on. But stay true to yourself and do what you got to do. I know it's a competitive field, in this when it comes to the rap game and all that. Case in point, Lowe's he's feeling the burden right now under the Tyson, James, and Bryson and all those people trying to beef with him. I didn't catch the last video he made about I need to walk away from this and all that stuff, but he's a great for bridging the gap between left and right. Somebody who came from hating Trump to Love and Trump with the Let's Go Brandon song. You know, that kind of stuff is uh, very refreshing. And for certain people of the conservative movement to try and uh, be all sanctimonious and try and attack a dude who's on their side, message wise, it's so dumb. It turns people back off as soon as when you're about to cross culture and one side of the culture, through being a crossover artist, and one side of a culture doesn't F with you and they try to gatekeep and push you out of their clique. It's so pathetic. And then it just it breaks all breaks all those bridges that could have been built. Yeah, that's the one of the things that make the burden tougher, harder to bear. But I mean, boy, as I was saying yesterday, I had a hard day. My brother at work, man. In all fairness, there was something I wasn't really delivering, and it came to a certain assignment I had to do. But it's due to me not really understanding what I was asked to do. But when I want to explain that, I kind of get this apoplectic reaction. I'm like, ugh, I have to just let this person have their say, have their triggered moment. And when they finish, I can get on with the work. But it really grinds your gears when you're just trying to bridge the gap and somebody's kind of giving you pushback. You have to somehow let it pass. You just got to learn to turn the other cheek on that. This is one thing that's also great about the conservative values that people like Lowe's espouse, because it's tied into Christianity, and you got to use the Jesus approach, turn the other cheek, because fighting back doesn't always do the trick. Again, case in point, like what I was talking about with the House of Representatives debacle that happened recently. If people were just going to stick with their guns and not play the game cleverly and not aim to bridge the gap, but rather aim to be right, you're just going to fold. You don't have to compromise your values and your beliefs and your understanding of the world and all that stuff, but you got to learn to just make peace and bring it back to the song. It all starts with ourselves. The toughness that you're talking about with somebody lacing, I imagine a line of so and so, Class A, and for somebody to intake and pass away over, it's tough to be put in prison over that. Maybe put in prison and to bring yourself right back out of it takes a lot of guts. But it starts with just finding yourself. And once you find yourself, you don't need to find anybody because you got that self-assurance. Anyway, sorry people, I'm just rambling on. It's been a while since I've reacted to Burden. Whew. Anyway, people, sorry. Can't let this whole thing turn into me on a therapist chair just spilling out to you. Let's just stick on the song. Sorry, people. Thank you so much. I wish I can just edit my own video and just take all that out, but whatever. Let's finish this up and have a look at the numbers. Boy, oh boy.
At the bottom of an empty bottle, I've been looking for myself. I'll be here again tomorrow. Wish these old bar stools and faded bar tops could tell you the stories that they've heard. Yeah, these old tattoos and faded scars all got some kind of story that they serve. And I'm just trying to get a better hold of my life. Why does everything that's wrong for me always feel right? I'm just trying to get a better hold of my life. Why does everything that's wrong for me always feel right?
That's the line. Why does everything wrong for me feel right? That's what I was just talking about. It feels right because you think you're right. That's all. That's the whole problem with the right. If you would sometimes bars. Anyway, just let go of wanting to be right, and that was my issue for a long time. And you just and you let truth speak for itself. Truth doesn't need any defense, really. It doesn't, because it's always going to be true. Lies always fizzle out, or things that are not good for you, things that have no substance, always fizzle out in the end. You don't have to capitulate to to the ego, demanding that you give into perpetuating a problem by trying to stand your ground in defense. But just trying to defend yourself all the time, but let truth speak for itself. That's essentially the message I'm getting for this thing. When I'm talking about, when I say truth, sorry, I'm blending topics here. The truth will set you free, man. Be true to yourself. Find your true self, and you don't need to fight to try and survive this world so much. The burden's much lighter. My burden is light. Sorry, people. I don't know why I'm just giving you such a long reaction. Anyway, let's just check out the numbers. I always do that these days. This song was dropped out 3 months back. Sorry, let me scroll down a bit more. 3 months back, and of course, it's got a 9K view like count, plus mine, of course. 150,000 views. This dude's got 431,000 subs. Yeah, I think you should at least touch 500,000 this year at some point. Just keep bringing out some FB resident prey, if you speak pig line, or resident pay. Bring out some more of that. Some more of that kind of music as we're coming close to getting some justice. These years coming by, and I think we'll be looking at a 500,000 sub count at the very least. What do you think, people? Do you think this video and the sub count can jump up, and not to mention the likes and views can jump up in the coming year, or is it plateaued? Let me know what you think. All right, people. Catch you next time. Peace.